I like that. That's where we're gonna start starting it with B just giving everybody a hug.
Yeah, there
Welcome,
it is.
friends.
You know what I'm doing? I'm like stretching the screen out because I forget that when I'm on the iPad like that, that's the only way that you can really do that. So I got to put the comments on the screen.
Yeah, get those comments on the screen. Yo, that
Yep.
also said too, spike your mic up a little bit. Or I can turn mine down, but I'm just saying, I think maybe
Spike my mic up a little bit.
if you're able to turn up your mic a little more, I think, like I said, I could even turn mine down. Hey, fuck toys, yeah, thanks, man. If you guys didn't know, check this shit out. This is a fuck toys shirt.
Hey,
And they just
okay.
posted. They just posted. I don't know why I had to do it this way. They just posted more of these on their site. So get on that.
Nice.
B and fucked were very kind and worked magic and ended up getting me one of those. So force
Yeah,
your
dude.
loved ones to get you one.
And that is that's what we were talking about just before we came on, how long it takes stuff to get to you. That took forever to get to you, dude. And that everything was sent out at the same time. And I got mine probably, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks before yours. It was weird. I don't know.
Hey, so
What's
long
up,
time no
man?
see. Long time no see, my friend. What is
Long
up?
time no see. That is true, dude. Happy fucking New Year, buddy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Happy New Year. Happy holidays of all those sorts for anybody that was celebrating. I mean, maybe you don't celebrate the New Year. Maybe some of you are like, "Fuck it, we're not counting this year." Um, yeah, fun show ahead of us tonight up in the IG there. Actually, Kate, you're somehow rocking the two of them. Wizard Sticks, what up? Bolt the Robot, what's going on? Deep Pruitt, you're probably in both. Headcase Toys, what's going on?
Mm, mm,
Mmm,
mm.
mmm. Jeez, man. You
Crumbs
know, it
four
was,
coffees deep already. Yeah, that's probably true. That's
when I was
probably
cutting
true.
through those episodes, dude, the
Mm.
the amount of mms. Mm, mm. We could probably have like a good like fucking hour long one of just all the beatums. Mm,
Mm.
mm, mm,
I mean,
mm, mm, mm.
it's a natural reaction when you see some of this stuff, right? But dude, great job on those 2 episodes.
Not at
Those
all.
were on at really weird times, man. One of them was on Christmas Eve,
Mm.
the other one was on New Year's Eve. But if you guys get a chance and you haven't watched them, they're fun, man. They're
They're
fun to
fun.
watch. So go check those out. You put a lot of work into those, dude. Thank you very,
No, no,
very
no, man.
much.
You know what was funny with them, and so you guys might even actually notice as well if any of you are going to go check it
Mm,
out. One of them popped up on the live where all of our lives normally go, and the other one ended up popping on videos. And the reason for that was because we can normally feed it through StreamYard to premiere over to YouTube, and StreamYard wants to get it right over to the right place. YouTube did not want to do that, and I couldn't get this one up on StreamYard. I saw them be 25.5 gigabytes. That second one. They were fatty, man. They were fatty sized ones, and blessing and a curse. I'm not gonna lie, dudes. Well, you guys already know. I've had like my sixth and seventh concussion this past year. So like I literally just had there were certain interviews I was sitting there being like, oh fuck, that's what Pope Toys looks like. No doubt. Forgot we had him in here. You know what I mean? Moments like that where you see the homies and you're like, oh yeah, that
yeah.
happened.
Well, there you go. Now, when you see him walking around the streets of Canada, you can say, "What's up?"
Oh dude, knowing my luck, I guaranteed I've like stone cold dick bagged every one of these artists from Toronto. They'll probably like, I saw Crumbs the other day. He looked like he was gonna punch me out, so I didn't say anything. Meanwhile, I'll probably just walk in, rest in bitch face. Yeah,
There you go. I am gonna say, "What up,
do it,
Micah?"
please.
You were in here early, man. Look at this guy in here early today. Pope Toys, there he is, right there. Mister Ordinary, what up? Tate Fiend, what up? Suki, what's up, man? Oh, Eric Folkerts, what is up? Grayskull, my man. Abaddon 40, Jazz Wizzy. Von Fake Name, Hobo Toys, Zimico. We got a good one tonight from Zimico and Ocular Rhombus. Ashley Alvarado, what's going on? Toys and Tits, what's up? Who else is in here? Folklore, there he is. What is going on, everybody? Happy New Year. Welcome to the first show of the year. We got a good one tonight. Crumbs, what has been going on with you, good sir? over the last 2 weeks. It feels like it's been
Oh my
forever.
goodness. It really is a long time. Also, folklore, what the? You're playing tricks on me. If you would have seen my face when you dropped that, I'm like,
Oh,
you're being cheeky. Maybe you're not, but I'm thinking you're cheeky. Yeah, dude, the same as everybody, I think. Let's be real. Um, yeah, I've been kind of talking about the stories. You already know about them. I was talking to you about it on the weekend. Got a pile of Doug's here. I'm just trying to like get them ready.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, being wood, it doesn't matter how many times you sand them. It doesn't matter how many times I've like wood filled certain things or tried to like just make sure they're clean. Every time you pick one up and you're holding it and you're looking at it from a different angle, you see something that you're like, oh, I need to fix that. I don't know, dude. I'm a little anal about it. I know that there reaches that point with anything we make, we have to kind of just be like, this is, I'm beating a dead horse, but you still, and I'm sure all the dudes would say the same. Like, there's that you still want to push it there, though. You can't just hand it out unless you know you've put your all.
Yeah, dude. And I think just from everybody that we've talked to, I think that's pretty typical. Even going back to the Doug that I got from you, got a
No,
while now ago, dude. I think we had this same conversation of you're like, you know what, man? It's just not ready yet, dude. It's I'm getting there. I got to sand it one more time. Um, but yeah, Asinine, what's up? Unhinged Toys, what is up, dude?
yeah.
We got a good one from Unhinged tonight.
To this day, I don't know if it's a compliment or if it's just hilarious that out of all the pieces in your collection, some of them being gory, scary, everything, Bubblegum Doug has been referred to as the ugliest in the room. The least liked one before in the room. I remember you telling me that where you were like, yeah, so and so walked in and they were like, I don't like that one.
But it's the way that one should be, right? It's that one. When I heard that, I was like, what a compliment to that fucking piece, dude. Because that's what that piece is all about, man. Um, but yeah, that's a good one, dude. Uh, yeah,
Fun
those are
times,
good, dude.
man.
And I don't know if people can
Wow.
tell from the scale on your stories, dude, how big those are. Those are large pieces there, man.
See,
Uh,
I think that's actually part of sometimes what makes people intimidated. Every now and then, people I think are intimidated by how big it is.
do Canadians say cheeky? I thought that was a UK thing. That's a question from Jimmy Folklore. That's a good question.
Oh, damn. You know what? You might have me there. I just kind of thought we did, but uh, mm, yeah, I do talk to yeah.
Oh, Von Fake Name says only in reference to SNL, you cheeky monkey. That was the Mike Myers skit of Simon. I don't know if you remember him. My name is Simon, and I like to do drawings.
No, I'll admit I was much more
Mm,
of a Mad TV dude, admittedly.
good
You
one.
know, yeah,
Good one.
unfortunately. Scooby Doo on the plane, that kind of shit. And
Mm.
what was his name from there? I don't know who Simon is, but they always had that little, that kid fucking,
Mm.
that shit. Kind of get weird. Anyways, what you been up to, man? What you been up to these last 2 weeks?
Oh
You got a big old
man,
pile of boxes there, I bet.
shit, back into the swing of thing at work, after all the random days off. This year, the end of the year was kind of a odd one, but kind of worked all the way through it, unfortunately. But that's it, man. We're off to 2026. Everybody's got big hopes and dreams for 26. We'll fucking take another swing at it and see what happens. Here we go.
Isn't that kind of comical? Like we every human almost like unanimously is just kind of like, well, the year's restarting. I could try again next year. It's like, all right, listen here, you ADHD motherfucker. Unless you've applied some actual fucking changes, I think we're cycling back. I think you know I think we're just all in repeat. Groundhog Day again, motherfuckers. Yeah.
I did not get the magazine yet. Um, what he was hoping it would land today. Yeah, I did not. I actually did pick up the mail today, and there was nothing in there. So, um,
So, which issue are you guys talking about? Because I personally just saw like just posted right before we hopped on here that they've got a brand new issue. coming
Yeah, the
up.
Future Retroistic, issue
Yeah.
7, I believe, which is dope. And I think pretty much everybody in here knows about this magazine. But if you are not up on this magazine, do yourself a favor and snag that up, man. It is a beautiful magazine. The combination of graffiti and street art mixed with toys from artists that are hanging out with us on a weekly basis that we look at. Um, Sick, dude. Like there it is right there, man. That's a great example. And it's I got that one on my coffee table and people flip through that all the time, dude. There's, like I said, this is issue number 7. And it's dope, man. It's a really dope concept. There's really dope shit in there every time it comes out. And it's really good quality. The stock on that paper is super thick, man. It's not like some little bullshit magazine. It's a good one, dude. It's a great one. I recommend that to anybody. Mm.
I know I shouldn't say it, but I couldn't help but keep on thinking, like, I bet that box smells so good.
The what?
I bet that box smells good. You know? Watching him dig through there and flipping through, all I could picture was like the chemical smells of all the prints, and not even being sarcastic. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it is probably fucking glorious, right? Like just a huge stack of those things. But really well done, dude, every time. Original Cash Brand, go follow him if you're not on on Instagram. But yeah, Future Retroistic Magazine, good one. I can't remember who was on the cover this time, but yeah, dude. Pope says he owns a few pieces in there. So maybe there's some pieces of okay, so there's probably some wardens in there, I would think.
Well,
Um,
there's a bubble gum. There's a Pope Warden. I'm looking
nice.
at this one. It's that bug-headed one. I know I should know who it is, and it's escaping me. Otherwise, you got Zimitko. You've also got Professor Pickman on there.
Nice. Yeah, dude. I think one of the very first ones that I got, it was a total surprise, dude, because I got it and uh there's a titty bean dystopian pyres on the front. And it's a one-off and it's mine and it was on the cover and I was just like, "Oh shit." And then I open it up and there's like a whole spread on it, dude. It's super cool, but it's just, it's everyday pieces that we see just in the scene, but it's just you know, kind of thrown in there and not a lot of words, man. It's just all visual, which is fucking it's the best, dude. Recycle Galaxy, what up? Bootleg Toy Co. What is up? Um
You mentioned
so
Titty Bean, and Titty Bean's on fire right now. By the way, like he's
oh
somebody I was
my
thinking about today.
goodness.
We need to have them in. It's been okay. If Dub was a year, they're well over a year since we've had Titty Bean in, dude. And that dude's been really cooking up a storm this past year as well.
Dude, isn't it crazy how time flies, dude? I was taking some pictures um of a bone ghost earlier from JDO, Dead Bird Toys, right? And then I'm just like, I had to go back through my thread. I'm just like, I got to make sure that I haven't posted this one yet. And I'm just like, oh, I feel like I just posted one maybe not that long ago. 2 years ago was the last time I posted one from him. You know what I mean? And it's just like, God dang, dude, has it really been that long already? And sure enough, it has. Kevin Coldcuss, what's up, dog? Um,
I got one of
but
Kevin Coldcut's pics pulled up too. And speaking of magazines, they were actually saying in the background. We'll show it off later. And I'll wiggle my mouse over it, but they're debuting a magazine as well.
Sweet. Nice, man. Yeah, we've talked about that probably the last few weeks of just the amount of zines and kind of tangible stuff that's coming out, dude. I got a coffee table full of them, man. There's just, Hobo Toys is another one that's coming out. That should be out soon. I don't know if we tab that at all, but that's another one. That's another great magazine, Hobo Toys, toy pictures, but also some short stories. There's some movie reviews, and some kind of miscellaneous stuff like that, which is another, you know, really, really cool one. Oh, what's up, cool cat? What's
We're
going
gonna have to
on, man?
start doing some rounds and dropping some off at local barber shops.
Straight up, man. I mean, that's how it gets started, right? There's a bunch of little local magazines that we have here in town that are just strictly in our town. But that's how they started out, man. Just kind of, popping up at all these little spots. Fletcher, what's up, dog? So yeah, off to a busy first part of the year, man. That's for sure, dude. What's going on with you, dude? Working, getting through it, starting new, huh?
Grind, 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 dude. You know how it is,
That's it.
man. Yeah, exactly
I
it.
do. I do.
Um, Cool Cat just popped in here, and I don't think I've got a tab for it later, so I'm gonna pull it up right now. But did you see what Brynwood's been creating? That's a Brynwood Creation, what they've been working on.
I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. I may have
Good.
seen it, but I did see that they're going to be at assembly required in Asheville, which we should probably start talking about before too long. That's about a month away. Retro Zone Neon, what's going on, mate?
So I've got a tab for that as well.
Mm,
But I couldn't help but because we're gonna end up seeing Cool Cat's figure on their desk right here as well, and it's like you can just see the brains going while Brynwood's trying to get the engineering side, I suppose, or like the playability side of this figured out. And it looks like it's pretty sick, man. That swivel waist on this design, I think, can only be positive.
yeah.
I feel like, and again, just my saying, but like, I mean, Homeboy's sitting with 449 again. If you guys aren't following this dude, underrated. I know, yes, there's the walnut stuff that's for probably some of you, maybe not all of you, but they've got some wicked ass fucking goblin dudes as well. They're the ones that have the little weapons and stuff and the vehicles. Oh yeah,
Yes, dude. Um,
underrated.
I love those, man.
Yeah,
I totally forgot about those two, dude. I think that's one of the very first things that I saw from them was, or an early piece that I saw from them. But yeah, those are cool, dude. I love the color combos and all the a Feral Carolinian. How about that? Oh, Brynwood will be tabling with Cool Cat. How about that? That's a
nice.
sick little pair right there, man. Nice. That's a cool table.
Yeah, absolutely. Fun, 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 fun. Sorry. I know I keep on accidentally leaping into tabs before we're supposed to, but
No, hey, man. There's no schedule here, dude.
oh yeah, right.
Um,
You have it
But
dialed.
yeah, dude, Brynwood, some cool stuff. They were doing they have all kinds of work in there, man, actually. Not just resin work. There's all kinds of crazy stuff in there. But that's cool, man. That'll be a fun table, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
An artisan craftsman, so to speak.
Oh,
Yeah, for anybody who didn't catch that, Asheville Designer Con is going to be going on February 7th and February 8th. Hop on over to the assembly. Yeah, there we go. My little brain had a little fart moment there. It is assembly required.
yeah, Asheville Designer Art Toy Expo. So he's updated the name a little bit there to kind of be a little bit more exact. I like that. That kind of sums it up, I would say.
And to be honest, the roster for it's actually pretty fucking insane.
Bro. Yes, you're right. So we were talking to Matt the other day, and dude, and Matt is such a generous dude, man.
Yeah.
He was actually trying to get us out there to Asheville this year. I don't think it's going to happen, but he was super cool about, hey, let's get you guys a table if you guys are going to come out. Um, but I asked for a list of artists, and I was like, God dang, dude, what a great year to go! Wonder Goblin, Ophelia, a bunch of names that I don't recognize from being on previous ones, and then a lot of the regulars being there too. It's going to be a good show, man. It looks like it's pretty stacked at this point.
I think it's
Um, yeah,
another
Cool
one.
Cat says a lot of the homies are missing, but still looking forward to seeing everyone. Yeah, and there was a lot of new people on there too that I saw. Um, so Portable Jesus, what up? What up? Wrong account. All right.
And then, of course, ZoloCon is going to be at the end of February as well.
Yeah, ZoloCon. Oh, also, man, thanks everybody who commented on that calendar that we're trying to put together, man.
Yes.
I got every single one of those on the calendar. The problem with it though too is that there's so many things that are not on there, and it's just because I think the people throwing the show don't know exact dates yet. You know,
Mm.
it's Typically we find those, sometimes we get them a month ahead or a couple months ahead, and maybe they just don't know exactly what they are yet. But the ones that are, and it's mostly the cons and stuff, those are all on there. So we'll try to get that out to everybody as soon as possible. But that one is on there, man. Oh, head case. Yes, head case going to
Oh,
oh,
good.
portable Jesus, that's ocular rhombus. Said wrong account. I thought that was somebody in the wrong room. I'm like, oh, okay, well, welcome anyways.
They just stumbled into the Toys Alive chat. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we're not that
Uh,
cool.
Is Ernie, are you going to AR this year? We That's kind of what we were talking about is and I think it's at that same venue. You guys tell me, is it at that same venue as last year? The larger venue? I think it is. But I mean,
Well,
shit, man, the lineup looks good, dude, for sure. Solid.
so I know that Matt was saying that the assembly required in the summer in Philly won't be at the same one. This one, yeah, Battery Park. So
Yeah, there
if
you go.
Battery Park was where it was before,
Yep.
yes.
Sweet. There you go,
Let's be
man.
real.
Yeah, that'll
I've heard
be
the real highlight of any of this is Grayskull's father. At the end of the day, that's what I've heard. Everybody's like, the toys were all right, the people that make them were okay, but man, fucking Grayskull's dad was. That's what
what
I
a
heard.
gem. What a
That's
gem.
what I've heard.
What a gem, dude. Yeah, that dude, that's a fucking that dude's a classic. That dude's an instant classic right there. Um, yeah, so I think Retro Zone, you said, is Philly happening again, but not at the Armory? Yes. All true right there. And I just asked Matt about that and said the same thing, and he said yes on both of those. Um, that it is happening again in Philly, and I believe different venues. So, and I believe that's August. That was It's going to be right around the same time frame. August, second week of August. I want to say sounded familiar. So, but anyways, going back to just assembly required, dude. That is right around the corner, the one in Asheville. So we got to have some artists on, man, and see kind of what's going down. Start getting some info on that. That'll be here before we know it.
Yeah,
Mecha
well,
Ducky, what up?
we'll spend like a good week, maybe 3 weeks beforehand saying, so to other artists that are going to a show for the first time, what would you suggest they bring? What are you most excited about at AR this year? How many pieces will you be bringing with you?
All the typical stuff, right?
By the third day, even they're looking at us being like, "Homie, you know damn well, I'm gonna bring a
How about
wide variety."
and it's pretty standard, right? I'm running behind. Um, I just want to go and have a good time. I'm looking forward to it.
I want to sell things, but even if I basically just get my money back, it's more important that I meet some folks.
Yeah. And
Yo,
that's not all bad stuff. It's just that's all
I'm
I
just
think I
teasing.
think everybody kind of goes there, especially at assembly required, man, because it is a different feel than a larger show than like decon, you know what I mean? And that's what I do like about assembly required and some of the smaller shows like that, is that you have that very small section of designer con that we like, right? I want to say, not that we like, that we hang out in the most, right? And it's just that, but it's just that one aisle, and it's less than in that aisle, dude. I don't know, 8 to 10 artists, something like that, from our like immediate scene. And then there's some other, people kind of sprinkled throughout the show, but then you go to something like assembly required, and it's just so concentrated of everybody that we immediately hang out with is there for the most part. So, which is cool, man. It'll be another good one. That's for sure. Right. Uh-huh.
Sorry, dude. I'm exhausted to start off the year. That's what I'm gonna say to that. I think I zoned
Hey,
out the last like words you said. It's because if
no.
I'm being totally honest, I keep on staring at these. I have a tab open here, and I probably didn't need to have this tab open, but specifically this one has had my attention the like the last 5 seconds you're talking. I'm staring at this thing, just thinking to myself like,
What is
yeah,
that?
that does look a bit like a dick, you know? And then I'm looking at the comments, Darth Vader. And I'm like, yeah, man. Just
Uh
but yeah, so that's Edwin Salas art. Looks like they've got
oh, gotcha.
some
Speaking of
Vader
assembly
pieces in
required.
resin. We don't see them do resin too often. They're normally a wood maker. But I don't know if that's like a tiny little Yoda coming out at the base there.
I think that's what it is. Yeah. He should be at assembly required, I would think. Him being, I think he lives in Asheville for sure. Uh,
There you go.
yeah.
But yeah, so there's the explanation. I was staring at a bunch of Darth Vader dongs. Vader dongs! Sorry.
Dang, Cool Cat's up to 5 years already in for assembly required.
Damn. There you
Mm.
go. It's been 5 years. Like, we're going to stop calling them like a little young buck soon. Gonna be a grown man.
Oh, and then including Philly AR, it would be 6. Yeah, if you do that. So, yeah, and you know what, man? Philly, not Philly, but Asheville AR, that's been around for a
Oh
while,
my
right?
god. Sorry. The fucking chat, man.
Cool Cat is old. I was gonna say, dude, 5 years. So you started when you were like 9 or 10, something like that. That's what it seems like, dude.
Yeah,
Uh,
right. Next time we have them on, they're gonna have this big fucking man stash happening. I can see it now.
Dude, speaking of Cool Cat, dude, somebody posted the other day the piece, and I can't remember the name of the piece, but it's like the turtle that's got like the and it was like the bone one that's got that kind of scene on top. Dude,
Yeah, the little gray
phenomenal, bro.
entry.
Like, I mean, that is stupid good work, dude, when you know that that's all hand sculpted. And that's what makes those shows cool. Like Assembly Required, dude, is like trying to get one of those pieces online. Yeah, dude, those motherfuckers right there. Those things went quick, dude. You know what I mean? But then you go to a place like Assembly Required and you see a table full of them, dude. It's just like I posted a Swamp Thing yesterday from One Trick, and dude, everybody knows when those were out, or he was putting those out, and I don't even want to say on a regular basis because I don't think they were ever being put out on a regular basis. But once they did come out, you know those motherfuckers were gone quick, dude. Right, like boom, snapped up, claimed right away. But then you go to a show like that and you see a table of them, and it's like legit a table of them. And the same with Cool Cat, dude. The show that I went to in Philly, um, man, dude, like legit like baskets full of pieces, man. It's crazy. Um, mm, yeah, it's crazy to see all that stuff that's just so hard to get online. And you see a table full of it. Toys, that was another one, dude,
I
in Philly.
know.
Fuck, man, walking up there, dude. The Toy stuff, dude. That guy, um, the runs are really small, and I think there's a really, really solid following of people who try to collect like almost everything from them because that shit gets snapped up real quick. And then
Yeah.
another one, dude. I walk by and I'm just like, oh shit, Toys, a whole table full of shit. How about that? But anyways, yeah. Anybody, if you got the means or you're in the area for AR, you'd be foolish to not go check that out. Um, Yeah, a bone turtle, dude. God, they're just so good, man. All of them. The other turtles too, man. Like the sea turtles, stupid good. The color combo is stupid good. Um,
What's kind of crazy is they're really setting themselves up for success, and it's not a commentary on like how anybody else does anything, but like we always see this individual go hard when they make stuff. The way that they come out with stuff, we've always are like that's a fucking toy. But if you consider for a second, like they've got now, it will be 6 variants of those turtles, if I'm not mistaken, right? We're up to 4 at the moment, or are we already at 6?
I don't know, but yeah, it's more than a few. Goblin Mob, what is up, my dude?
So what's lovely is like they're almost at that point. They'll be able to do a full like return back with
Mm.
no oh, I've already got that guy. You know what I mean? Like by the time they get through what they're doing and they start back with those first ones that they wanted, nobody who's grabbing those are probably going to even have the first run. They're going to be brand new people who are like, "Fuck yeah, I finally got a chance to get that thing I saw on your page months ago."
Well, and the other thing too is just the different colorways and the different styles within those figures. I mean, that's one where and sometimes, dude, I'm kind of on the fence, right? Where sometimes I want, like, if I'm collecting a certain artist, I want just one of a certain figure, you know what I mean, and try to get like at least one of, you know, all the cool shit or whatever of all of it or whatever it is. And then there's other ones where, you want like Raiders, right? Like I want every single one. I want every single color. I want every single fucking style. I want all of it, right? So um I don't know, man. It's just it, the thing is with the Cool Cat stuff, it's like those are ones where you want like one of every style within whatever figure it is, dude. So like Anchor Fist, dude, right? I got a dozen of those things and they're all different. Because it's such a dope figure. And everything that he puts out, it's like it's such a dope figure. And then the colorways, and then the bone, it's just like, fuck, man. This dude's dropping hammers every time that he fucking comes out with something, dude. Christ almighty. Mm.
He's got the
Retro
sauce
Neon.
down,
Crazy idea. What if you make them
right?
turtles, but make them ninjas? Hmm. It's a good idea, man. Turtles that
I
are
like that.
ninjas. No one would ever want that.
Yeah, don't see that taken off. Like, for fuck's sakes, dude.
Nah, it sounds like a dud.
Right?
What a stupid idea.
Just just take that back home to your mama. Like,
That's
nah.
so. Oh man.
But ain't that weird how the world of toys is like that though, man?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Speaking of turtles, I couldn't help it because I was on Jumbo Nuggatron's page earlier today. So of
Oh,
course I had to pull this guy up because, dude, yeah, I'm sorry, like that comic book that those dudes did, and then the alterations or modifications made in order to make it like brandable to children. That whole fucking thing just brilliant, dude. And now we're at the point you could literally put this on anything, and it works. Instead of Turbo Man, you got Turtle Man.
mm-hmm.
Like, come on. But
Dude,
yeah.
Jumbo Nuggatron, dude.
Oh,
Yikes, man. So good.
but you guys are pretty right. I'm sure that there was never somebody who thought that Ninja Turtles were going to be as popular, famous. How do you want to say that?
Mm. Whew, that's a good one. Um, well, what else we got? What else we got lined up, man? You got some tabbies you want to take a look at, or
I
what?
do, yeah, we can do that. How about you show us some of the toys you've gotten recently? And also, I love what Mechaducky said here, especially since I know that you're a He-Man person. That series of the buff dude with a bob and BDSM gear with the skeleton chasing him never took off.
Yeah, what a dumb
Never
idea.
took off.
Ah,
Yeah.
what a dumb idea. He's
Ah.
probably got some weird friends hanging out with him too.
What I
Um,
mean, even in the toys that made us, like, there's parts of that one of the He-Man series that you're like, damn, this is cool. There's other parts of it where you're like, damn, this is weird.
hmm.
I want them to be strong. I want them to be really. It's like, all right, bro. All right. They were.
Yeah.
They were strong.
Um, I think the first one that I'll show is not really a toy in itself at all, dude. It's a pin badge. There's two of them by Luke Mockridge. That's what we'll take a look at first. Which are super cool, man. These ones were uh not very much. I want to say like 12 to 16 pounds, which is roughly $20, something like that. But anyways, these are from Luke Mockridge. That one there is cold cast bronze.
The doll eye sitting inside there is really cool.
Yeah, dude. And these are all, besides the eyeball itself, hand sculpted, molded, casted, painted. And then there's another one there. This one, I think this one is the bronze, and then this one is the copper. Is how that goes, but super sick, man. I don't know if he still has any of these left. I know that I think this one sold out. This one, there might be some left. I didn't see a post where it said that these had sold out. I think I want to say there was like maybe 20 or 30 of each, something like that. But anyways, Luke Mockridge, bam,
You got
pin back.
freaking fuck talking about like Illuminati vibes. I don't know if anybody remembers. I think Luke has done other pieces like this as well. But for a while, there was all those like angels circulating, all like the illustrations and stuff of like the nine-eyed angels with like 11 wings and shit. And his work always kind of reminds me of that. Even the ornament you showed off actually right before the break always kind of reminds me of those angel illustrations.
Yeah, dude, that's sick, right? That I had a lot of people comment on that and just
Angel be
asking me what
tripping.
that was. Yeah, dude, that is super sick, dude. That's actually yeah. Yeah, dude, that's a good one, dude. I like that. It's that dude's whole portfolio, man, is just so fucking rad, man. That dude, just that whole dystopian vibe. Um, really, really cool, man. I really like anything that dude comes out with. So, and it's all got that same feel to it, you know. Um,
You want to talk about a banging portfolio where it all has that same feel? This dude somehow, like, he's gotten bigger. He was one of our under 1000s in 2025. Check out this new King Joe fucking sculpt they've got going.
Ooh,
That dude would wreck your shit, man. Looks so fun to paint too. All the deep crevices as well as like all the little tiny like details. But like every time, man, just
damn.
really, really interesting pieces.
Oof.
Like, and like, look at that paint app on there. It's like, yeah, of
Mm,
course, there's so much to be able to work with.
bro, what is that? Yeah, that's sick. Mm.
Just fun freaking sculpts, man. I just feel like we don't really see a lot of stuff like this. Maybe I'm incorrect. Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong scene, but no, that's the wrong comment. Wrong parts of Instagram is what I'm more meant. But like, I just feel like as far as like the 3D resin world, like we just don't really quite see this. I feel.
Mm.
Actually, Acid Nine I would say is along this line. Yeah, these just oh damn it, that's sexy.
Ooh,
Sorry.
damn.
Even just looking at these right now, it's making me think of those the new double casts that Zymeco is popping out, man. Those are stupid. They kind of nailed it perfectly in their post when they were talking about the way that uh, it creates almost like I could just pull it up, but it talks about how it makes like a lens that kind of fucks with your eye, the way that the oxidized
I
pieces
just,
inside look.
dude, and you know what? Those ones, there were some other versions of those. I just bought one. Oh man.
Yeah, so these are fully finished copper plated pieces, ultra glossy outside shell acts the lens and visually warps the shape. Like considering that they were talking about last time we had them on, even about how they're way more interested in like light and form and how it all kind of works together and responds and all that. And it's like that they're pushing the boundary, in my opinion, now, man. Like that's just sick in the
Mm-hmm.
double cast.
Yeah. That copper, man. God dang it. It's got such a rad look to it, man. It really does.
Yeah, I bet those feel good. I bet they're heavy as shit.
Yes, dude. I was talking to Plastic Jesus today. And they have a few of those, few of the copper pieces. And they mentioned the weight, first and foremost, was that it's like, a substantial piece. So I have some coming that we'll take a look at maybe next week.
Well, and
But I'm
even
excited, man.
the weight, like Simon even said, the temperature when you're feeling them, right? And I think that one really resonated when they were saying that, and you're just like, fuck, dude. Like, as a tactile person, there's so many elements of that. Even talking about like how like any imperfections will be magnified by like the process of electroplating it, and you start thinking of like anywhere where you might normally feel like a little, I don't want to say bubble, a pimple, or the odd little flashing spot or something. Like, and I'm not saying that you'd feel that on there, but it starts warping with your brain, the way it would oxidize and the way it's going to play. Anyways, now I'm just scheming over here with my hands, but I bet it was going to feel fucking good. You have to tell us.
Yeah, and you know what? There was another piece that I actually that was sold out that I asked for, and it's a copper piece. Um, and he said, "Yeah, no problem." He said, "But it takes a little while to make those. It's not like a, he said there's a lot of steps involved. And if you remember from the last time that he was on, and that's a great episode too. If you missed that one and you're curious about that copper plating
Yeah,
process, go check that one out. That was a really good one as far as like a show and tell on process. That was really cool. Um, but speaking of that, dude, you want to take a look at another piece real quick?
I'd love to. Please show me your
Okay.
piece.
Okay, okay. So check this one out, dude. So this was a collab with Zimitco and Ocular Rhombus. And actually, we might as well say Yuckamuck on that one too. Yuckamuck casted the heads on this one. But this was in the latest release that they did. There was a series of one-offs. I want to say there was maybe, I don't know, five or six, something like that. But the Harkonnen Hydra is what that one is. Kit bashed by Ocular Rhombus, electroplated by Zymot, heads casted by Yuckamuck.
That's a hell of a piece, bro.
Bro, and I'm just like, the first time I saw this, when they put it out, I'm like, look at that motherfucker right there, bro. Like I'm making a whole display around this piece pretty much. But dude, like this piece right here, it goes in the same case now with like the Luke Mockridge pieces. You know what I mean? Because I think it fits right in there with them. But I mean, fucking A, bro. This thing is 5 inches high, 8 inches long. It's got the chain here on the top. This thing is just so badass, dude.
Can you imagine how annoying it'd be though having a pet that you've got to listen to all three heads fucking going on all the
Oh man, straight up. But the three-way collab, man, you know what I mean? And it's from people that are usually, you know, in here every week.
three-way collab. And plus, if you actually consider for a second, like everybody did a different thing, right? Somebody tossing some heads somebody's way, somebody actually doing a kit bash, which is their kind of style, and then Zimit Co chaining it all up and dipping it in the baths of eternity.
Ashley says, "Don't get married." I'm not sure if she's talking to me, but um, yeah, message her. You don't have to tell me twice. You fucking fooled me once on that one.
Oh, I'll fold you more than once, baby.
But dude, love this piece.
It's gorgeous.
Zimico, Ocular Rhombus, Yuckamuck collab, electroplated, Harkonnen Hydra. Bam. There it is. Sick. That is a sick, sick, sick piece, man. Um, yeah. Creepy in the best way, straight up. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a super it's a beast of a piece, man. You know what I mean? And for the price, I mean, $75, dude. You know what I mean? I mean, it was on his website, but $75, I was just like, that seems very worth it. You know?
Especially when you consider for a second, and maybe it was just handed off, but if you consider the shipping amongst three different states in the US as well, starts adding
Mm,
up, you know? Those were really fun to work on. Nice.
what is it?
Interesting. All right, dude. And now I'm very curious. Why would you not want to electroplate hollow stuff again? That's intriguing to me. I'm trying to figure out what about that process. Floating.
Floating and
Oh,
oh
duh. Kind of like when you take all the frickin' bath toys out of the tub, right? And you gotta let them
yeah,
actually sit out. And I got you.
I didn't
No
think about that, man.
doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would take
Mm,
some problem solving. Interesting.
yeah, for sure.
Turned out
Mm.
great as shit, though. What else?
Yeah, it's super sick, dude. Really cool. Actually, and all the pieces that were that were in that drop were super cool. Super cool. I don't know if they all sold, but go take a look at that. Go take a look at Zimitco's page for more of those electroplated pieces, man. They're sick. I love that process. I love that look, that kind of patinaed look on it. Um, awesome.
That fucking chat is way more cool than us, dude. I don't know if you're seeing them all pop off over there tonight, but yeah, got a jokes crew hanging out over there.
Oh, dude. I mean, they they've been caged up for 2 weeks. You know what I
That's
mean? Everybody's ready. Everybody's had little one-liners all fucking stored in their back pocket, ready to dish out there.
if we're gonna be
Everybody's letting
talking
them
about
loose, man.
metals and shit. You seen this?
Mm. I did see that, dude. I didn't realize they were metal though.
They've got to be right.
I don't know. Are they?
Well, I mean, they're shiny. My brain know that.
Well, they're shiny.
I don't know. For some reason, you know what? I looked at them and from day one I went, damn, yeah, everybody's doing the metal thing now. But the moment you asked, now I'm like, well, shit, yeah, I guess you could paint them. Yeah,
Yeah, that's from Swarm. Yeah, there you go. And he's got a shop down in a little spot called Niles, which is a little kind of sub area of Fremont, which is kind of in the South Bay area. Uh, oh, but yeah,
see,
he's got
chat
a
knows.
he's got a shop out there with a bunch of stuff, and I'm sure those are for sale. He had those lighter. I have one of those lighter holders. Mine's pink, but those were hand sculpted, and they're cool, man. He's a Mike McCrary, dude. That dude he's a good dude. He's a DJ as well. He skates. He's
Right.
into graffiti art. If you look at his page, sometimes he'll his shop is right by a major railroad track, and at least out here in California, man, I mean, people will just tag the whole side of rail cars all the way going down. And here's something that I learned, dude, on
Do they not
one
know that's
reason.
illegal? Don't they know that those are that's property, man?
Yeah, I think they might know it's illegal. I'm not sure. From what I understand, it gets done at nighttime. Um, but um, what I did learn though too is the reason that some of those stay on there so long is there's certain numbers on the cars that need to be read, and the guys who apparently have been around and know what they're doing, they tape those off so those don't get painted over, and then that way they leave the art alone. When they do that,
Yeah,
but what you end up getting is these long trains full of art, and he'll just
I
go out
bet.
there and he'll just record, and you can just see him going by. And I mean, we see him; it's just a normal thing over here, man. Especially being right by the ports in Oakland, there's so many trains coming out of those ship ports that they're all over the Bay Area.
So then you'd get a kick out of it because personally, when I heard, like, I kept on looking at the person, kind of waiting for like, yeah. But a Torontonian was telling me, oh yeah, I was up north and we had to stop. There was a 3 minute train. I'm like, was it like on fire? Was it no? I just couldn't believe it. It was just another car and another car. And do you not have trains where you're like? Have you just? I was just so blown away. I'm just trying to make sense of when they told me. I'm just like, uh huh. Trains can
Yeah,
be
dude, I
very
guess,
long.
I guess in some places it's not a thing, man. But where I live, it's I mean, I think the city's kind of starting to move more towards this way, but it was when I moved here in, the late 80s, it was just a little farm town. And for in some ways it still is. And then it's kind of on the edge of town is train tracks. And when we were kids and we were going out to you know, going out to smoke a doob and we needed a place to drive around, we would go out in the country and there was just these long ass roads, but there's railroad tracks between all of them. And you sit there sometimes for however long that train wants to go. And sometimes they're going 5 miles an hour, dude. And it's 50 cars long. Well, fucking good luck, dude. You're either turning around or you're sitting there.
Did you guys always get told too that a single coin could derail an entire train?
Oh, dude, all kinds of stuff. You don't mess with all this crazy stuff, dude.
Right?
Yeah, all the shit that we were told. Quicksand's a problem, right? Thought I'd be facing more of
Oh,
that in my adult life, but not so much.
110%. Not no lava, no quicksand, no tarantulas. I've been pretty blessed, I guess.
Down to power lines, haven't had to decide if I'm going to play on those or not.
Nope. I've never had to be like, damn, the only place to swim is this hydro fucking place. Yeah, no. We're lucky, man.
Oh, man. What kind of tabby doos you got there, bud?
A fair amount. I got a fair amount. I don't know, you know.
A
Let's pop one
documentary
over
about
here.
train graffiti called Rolling Like Thunder. That sounds good.
Yeah, if anything, that's what the documentary I watched about Jazz Brother's mom was called too.
Oh, hey. Okay.
I don't know why. It didn't even work that time, but I don't care. I still got to see Jazz Brother's mom in 2026, so eat it. Kevy Cold Cuts was talking earlier about this is going to be the #1 inaugural issue. Now, judging by it, it does seem like it will be very similar in ways to some of the stuff we've seen before, where it's going to be like an homage and tribute to a lot of the different art forms and media that we're seeing out there. But if you guys aren't familiar with Kevy Cold Cuts, they are a Timmins boy, I believe, an Ontarian.
Oh, nice. That's cool, man. What is that?
This is going to be their tar pit on 101, working on a display for it. We've seen a couple different variants of that dude. Same as this guy here. Fucking sick. All Silver Guardian. Yeah, bases are in this year.
Yeah, I saw Ordinary Toys was going to be putting out some bases for some of his figures as well. Yeah.
Yeah, he had the new, it's like little red ones they're talking about for the next run of.
I love that figure. Goddamn. Yeah, man.
Yeah, figures stand for Arcade Boy figure. Is going to try and incorporate something cool with it. Know exactly what I want to do. Just got to get to work with it. It's like, damn.
Yeah. Dope, man. I love that figure and I love that color combo. Dope.
You can see there's more back here. So it's like, what are you up to?
Yeah.
They're one of like the craziest ones, man. I'll never forget fucking Has Been Toys just being such a little showboater, posting when they had first grab of the entire run of the arcade Void guys.
Yeah.
And it's just been fucking hit after hit after hit after hit every single time since, man. It's like, what is that, like a year and a half ago now? Arcade Void Resin Cast Bootleg Action Figures, December 26, 2022. Jesus.
Yeah, dude. Those are yeah, those are so good, dude.
Yeah, like seeing those guys all just pop up on the feed after never having heard of this artist ever before, popping over to their page and suddenly we're getting these fuckheads and these big giant monsters.
Bro, oh my god, the dude with the magnetic bat on the, oh my god, those were so good, dude.
Right.
Those were all really, really good.
That's just it. They're all good.
Yep, I snagged one of those too. Those were all one-offs.
Yeah, no doubt.
I got that dude on the right there, the red with the fur. Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah,
that's a dope one, dude. And different scale too, right? That's a 5.5. The most of his other stuff is
bigger.
Yeah, 3.75. And I saw who else? Somebody. Oh, Pope Toys said playsets next. His playsets that he did, that stand right there. That's a little kit bash and hand sculpt mix, but that's a sick one, dude.
Also, like when we're talking about play sets, if anybody, again, that Jevaho from the recap episode, seeing him build like the Mighty Max that they've got ruined.
Yeah. Yeah, the Ronin. Good call, Pope. That's the that was the name of the guy with the bat on his shoulder. Yeah. Yeah, dude, ordinary man. God, we could go on and on about him, but that's
right.
Yeah, dope one. Yeah, what
Now,
else we got there, bud?
I think we've talked about this account before, but they've got a new Kickstarter going on right now. So
Mm.
this guy here is going to be like their new figure. But you seen these? Full Mad Monster set?
I did not see those.
Because I think when we first looked at them, they were doing the reanimators. And this probably would have been around like November that we were looking at these. Well, these guys are just going all out, man.
Hmm. Yeah, that's dope.
New Monster of Legends, January 11th, 7 p.m. Eastern, available through BackerKit. And we were talking about these earlier, the titties.
Ooh.
Now, and I'm sure everybody's already clued into this and makes it. There we go. Yeah, like they posted something earlier this week where it actually showed like the bin of all the parts and everything. And it's like, yeah, dude, this guy's designed really nicely to not only be able to like mix and match all the parts and avoid having to paint, but like to clip them all in. Just
Mm.
smart.
Yeah. New figure, man. Dig those. Those are in the Etsy shop, and I think I checked before the show, and there's still a few of those left. But I think those are all one-offs.
Fucking tight, dude.
Yeah, Titty Dunn did it again. I agree, man. And those releases, obviously from him, have been way less than what they used to be. But um, it's another one, dude, where everything that he comes out with is still super sick, man.
Slowed down, it seems, on drops, but increased on the side of designing and production, and because now
Mm.
they're creating all new, right?
For sure, man. And there was, and remember, he started that, and just kind of was self-taught on that, and then moved in there too. And so there was, then resetting up the shop and getting the equipment, and but I mean, damn, dude, like,
Sometimes it's hard to take that break, but sometimes taking that break results in being able to put out a bunch of shit like this. Even them taking some time to learn airbrushing, right? And got comfortable with how they were with the airbrushing.
yeah, mm, those are great too. The Frankenstocker 2.0, those are sick.
Way more menacing.
Yes, man. But
Yeah. And
the original dude is probably one of my favorite characters. It's such a good one, man. I put something in my stories the other day. It's just a picture of some heads. The old school titty stuff used to come with like a minimum of like three heads, right? You'd have a painted, you'd have a double cast maybe, then you'd have a solid. Um, but he used to hook it up with the magnetic heads. That was all magnetic articulation, but some of the stuff that he had on there was just fuck, man, so damn good. And some of the Frankenstockers were some of the dopest ones.
even on these,
Mm.
like it's such a small little thing, but the fact it looks almost like each and every single one, the right eye is just a little bigger than the left eye. It's just a nice little like, yeah. So it's animated, right? It gives a little bit more motion,
Yeah,
I suppose.
yeah, yeah.
Sick rub.
Mm. Yeah,
Our
exactly.
purple
The
rub.
rub too. Yeah, I
And
wonder if
then
that
Jimmy
glows or if that's gonna
Folklore.
be. Yeah,
They're
nice.
gonna have two power droids left, the Skelebro and Broman. So both are available for purchase if you're interested in them, 40 each. Oh, both sold. Never mind. What do I fucking know? Well, congratulations then,
Oh,
Folklore.
that's sick. Look at that glow action on there, man. That's dope.
Right?
Yeah, nice. Nice, Jimmy. Nice.
Skelebro glow and the Broman glowing. Well, yeah. So congratulations. The other thing too is I know
Ooh,
Bootleg Toy
ooh.
Co is kind of waiting to get these all sorted and figured out and finalized. But the 6-inch soft vinyl figures on slime ball green, limited run. These are going to be the Rat Boy. And of course, we originally
Yeah,
saw
man.
these guys in
Oh, look at that
2024.
shit. Mm. Dope, dude. He had put out a kind of like a which should I make? Oh, look at that, dude. Already carded up and everything.
Well, this is the resin 3.75, right? Like this is gonna be the magnetic one from before. But that's what this guy is
Yeah, the vinyl. God,
and
dude.
this is gonna be a 6 inch.
Nice, man. I like that. Dig it.
No, definitely really good, dude. What else we got in the old tabby doos this evening? Headcase toys. You see this shit?
I did see those. Those are sick, man.
Very fun.
Yeah, he will be at Assembly Required Asheville, but yeah, dude, those are nice, dude. I like
Damn
those.
it. I'm apparently late to the party. Sold out. But also, just 'cause we're here, when I pulled up their page earlier, I ended up remembering these guys. And I think every time we come to this page, I will always pull these up and just be like, damn, these are fucking cool.
Yeah,
The stance on those smaller bodies like that is just really fucking cool, man.
yeah.
But yeah, it seems like every time I come out pulling things up tonight, they're sold out. Now, Fred Brett, I was mentioning this one a couple of weeks ago. Actually, they were working on the monks, and what I love about this is like, because again, they're an out there maker. That's what I'm going to say. But the header cards actually show like exactly what these pieces are kind of based off of. These statue monks at a trail, or I think they're on vacation. They're coming across it, or they're watching a documentary on it. But that's exactly what these guys are here. It's supposed to be those monks there. It's a
Mm,
representational copy of that. Now, I probably shared this before. I'm just gonna grab it because it's one of the weirdest pieces I probably have in my collection. It's
yeah.
called Old Torf, and I'm gonna grab all three pieces here because Old Torf is actually based on. There's this like telephone pole in Fred Brett's town that the through the years like trying to wash out and like the rain and everything else, the like graffiti on there has just been like morphed and odd, and that happens to be on Old Torf Street. So then they actually ended up making like a piece for this random pole with the Old Torf on there, and like that's kind of what I mean. But like this Brett also makes all of the Boggy Boys, which I'm a huge fan of. But
Mm,
there's just something so funny to me to see like the old Torf, and then it comes with a little tiny old Torf painting too, all from a fucking street sign with some graffiti that over the years has been running away and washing away until it looks like a face on this stupid pole called Old Torf Street. Just weird little things like that that I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna need one of those. The monks remind me of that. I don't know, man.
yeah, I'm gonna need
Just
one of
that.
those.
You know what that's like, where you're just kind of like, ah, yeah, that's fucking weird. I need that.
You know what's funny, dude? Speaking of that, I was in a double casket toys online
Mm,
drop last night. I was just kind of floating around and then
love it.
uh jumped in there and he had two tables full of stuff. And one of the things that I saw that I had to grab, dude, is and I probably would have forgot about this. It's one of those things where you probably would have forgot about it unless you see it. But it's the so you know the brand like Bic pen, right? Do you remember the Bic pen guy from the commercials at all? Or it's
Hell
actually
no.
yeah, it's actually still on the packaging, I believe too. But the Bic pen guy, he had sculpted the Bic pen guy, and he was holding a pen. But those were great, dude. I thought those were super cool. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about?
I
Like,
feel
dude,
so
that's
dumb. As soon as you see it, you're like, oh my gosh.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
feels it's one of those things that just feels really nostalgic and a really cool little desk piece or something like that. But that's another one, dude, where I saw that and I'm just like, how much is that? And I'm like, honestly, I don't even fucking care, bro. Just I'm gonna need one of those. uh, but yeah, it's just a small little piece, but big energy, yeah.
I like that. It's a good little yeah.
So
Check this out. In
yeah.
our pieces under 1,000, artists under 1,000,
Oh yeah,
these
yeah.
guys
What
are
you
actually
got?
be doing a drop. Cunning catfish.
Kind
So
catfish.
cunning catfish. So they're going to actually be
Cunning
part of this
catfish.
indietoy.la. They do a weekly drop, and so this is actually who they're focusing this week's drop on. But 204 followers,
Mm.
right?
204?
That's what I'm saying. 204 followers. And meanwhile, you're
Wow.
like, these are
How
sick.
yeah, those are cool, man. And how long have they been around?
I didn't go that far.
Oh, okay.
I mean, these are from March 2025.
Oh, wow. So yeah, God, dude, that's hmm,
Moving fast. I
a
mean, to
couple
have
years
that
ago.
design up there and then have some plushies made of it and resin figures as of
Those are
September
cool.
5th.
Man, those are cool. I like those. I like
Yeah.
those.
There you go. Abaddon, that's what's up, dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
they're
go.
just fun
206.
pieces,
Boom, boom. Yeah, those are nice.
right? And honestly, I haven't checked into this like a monthly toy drops, but I haven't looked into this too much. But it's pretty sick that they do like unique toy drops for different artists every month.
Dude, so here's something funny. This is the Indie
Hmm.
Toy LA.
Yeah,
Okay, so I was not familiar. They were off my radar for whatever fucking reason. They are in the town of Alhambra, which is 30 minutes from me. And I think they have a storefront, dude. So I need to get over there and take a look. I thought I saw something about they have some sort of like kind of reoccurring event over there, with people having tables or showing off something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember seeing the address and it was in Alhambra. Unless I'm tripping and there's a Alhambra down in SoCal somewhere, but Alhambra is a little city up here in the kind of northeast bay, I would say. So that would be cool to stop by there and check that out.
yeah, you kind of nailed it. So table number three, February 21st, 22nd, 11 a.m., 6 p.m., free admission both days, located at Gallery Nucleus Alhambra. Alhambra? Is that what you were just talking about?
Alhambra, yeah,
Alhambra.
yep,
Alhambra. Sorry,
yeah.
sounds like Mechaducky's sibling or something. Alhambra, come over here. Sorry. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up.
But yeah, that's cool, man. Anytime you find a store that's doing indie toy stuff, dude, those are few and far between for sure. But shoot, we already talked about two of them, Swarms down in Fremont, and then this one out in Alhambra. And those are probably shit. You could do both of those in a day if you wanted to.
You see these?
I did see those shotgun karaoke and copper inks, I believe. Yeah,
Copper
yeah.
inks. The sculpt on these, you bet, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like that, homie's got the freaking bam.
Yeah.
So
Nice
yeah,
little
drop the
drop right
13
there. 3, 6,
individuals.
9, 12. Yeah, 13 of them. Nice.
Yeah, fun little collection of colors, man. Between opaques and then honestly, we're seeing way more translucents too. I almost mentioned it with the titty bean ones, but Titty Bean has those translucent ones. And Toys on Tap earlier this week actually shared. Oh, whose was that? There was actually a like mecha. Somebody in the chat's gonna beat me to it. But these freaking translucent paint apps,
Ooh,
man. I
Spumani.
don't I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is happening. I don't know if you guys are dyeing them. I don't know if you're just watering them down and doing really light coats. I don't know if you're painting the insides. I don't know anything, but I love it.
Those
It's
are
looking
six.
good.
That figure, Star Braver, that is a um it's a huge figure, dude. And the thing that's cool about that one is, god dang it, dude, it killed me to open that thing. It was bagged up with like this massive header card on it. But dude, it is a beefy piece. The one that I have is a like a watermelon marble. It's like this pink and green marble. But those ones are fucking badass too, man. They just had a table somewhere that I saw. I can't remember exactly where that was, but yes, Spumani Toys, dope one. I think they have some new stuff coming out. I thought I saw something new coming out with them too, maybe. Um, yeah, what was it? There you go. That's it. That's sick, dude. I like that. Mm, good one, man. Spumani, we got to get them on there. This is they do some really cool shit.
See, if we're gonna be talking about like vinyls, there's like I hadn't ever seen or heard of these ones yet. Noble Bear Customs. Now,
Me
unfortunately, they're still
neither.
waiting on a release date, but this is a fun freaking sculpt, man.
Yeah, that's cool. Noble what?
Noble Bear Customs.
Noble Bear Customs.
Yeah. But if anything, I just find those sculpts just look a lot of fun to paint. I like, there's a weird mixture of Safubi and resin and like designer toy vibe with it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with that, dude. I think that's one thing that I think about too with vinyl. It seems like vinyl, obviously it seems like there's so many blank versions of stuff out there, and the blanks are really cool. But then you start thinking about painting the blanks, and what can be done just by doing that. Um, and God, dude, I've talked to so many people about painting up blanks, and then you see them and they're always good, dude. Like Ray Gun Wizard, right? Like Cubehead. Fuck, man. Like the Ophelia Toys one, the Dirty Yeti one, the fucking Resin Blood one. They're so sick, dude. Same figure in blanks. Which, if you're looking for a cube head, the only blanks available right now are the green ones, and I think those are at $65, dude. That's a fucking steal. That is a cool ass figure. But they just came out with a new figure as well. That was a collab with somebody. I can't remember who it was, but they have a new vinyl that came out. Um,
Seems like vinyl is becoming more and more popular. We've talked about the accessibility becoming a little bit easier with more factories and more people learning to kind of figure it out. People like craftsmen kind of breaking the code. Been lucky.
all right, Fletch, take it easy, buddy. He's gonna dig into some Fuddruckers. Quick story about Fuddruckers. Last time I was at one, I saw a dude have a heart attack, and we left.
There you go. I don't
So
even know what the heck Fuddruckers is.
Zorp,
Copy
yeah,
there.
Rude Panda. There you go. Zorp is the one from Ray Gun Wizard. It's a restaurant like any other burger restaurant. Applebee's, Red
Okay.
Robin, anything like that. Same thing. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, the Zorp, dude. That's the new vinyl from Ray Gun Wizard.
And also, Mecca, what the fuck? MZM. The heck is that? Like, what kind of account name is that?
Is what that is.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Now I'm intrigued. Very Ken Elephant esque. Here, just gonna flip this up for a second. But it reminds me almost of those like little mini surprise boxes you'd get, or
Oh
uh,
yeah.
for a while there, Ken Elephants. He's kind of known for doing like the little miniatures that look kind of like vintage sofas and fucking tape decks and stuff like that.
Mm.
Oh shit, dicks. That's fun. Sorry.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a fun one. As we were just talking about Polly Pockets and Jebbaho at the beginning earlier.
Yeah. Right. Right.
You're saying the red little guy. Oh my gosh. I'm hoping you're talking about that silly little freaking car. Oh, yeah, these playsets are fun. Chapa Chapu.
Was a little gumball machine or something. What is that?
Fishbowl. Dreams of
Oh, little
exploring
fishbowl.
space.
Yeah.
Loves glazing at the night sky from the window. Always wishing to journey among the stars. Loves gazing at the night sky. More like blazing at the night sky.
Hey.
Sorry. All right, now that's it. That's all you got from me from tabs today.
That's all the tabs.
That's it. That's all I have from tabs today. That's it just strained me dry.
All right. Well, shoot, we'll take a look at another piece real quick.
I love it.
This one, and it's going to be Unhinged Toys is the
Okay,
one. So,
yes.
yeah, you might even want to pull
I'm
that
excited
account
to
up,
see this
man.
one actually. Yeah, so we looked at the account maybe like a
Dude.
week or two ago, following definitely a little
Yes,
under where it should be, in my opinion.
bro. 800s, I think. Dingy Dave, what's up, my man?
But check this shit out. If you guys aren't already following this individual,
Yeah, dude. Fuck. So these are about 4 inches. 5 points
Oh,
articulation, arms, legs, head. All one off so far. Oh, that one is just so good. That went to a collector called Saint Sin, which check them out. They have a stellar collection. But yeah, dude, they're all one offs. That's a Mega Man colorway right there. These are all digitally sculpted and then 3D printed, and he hand paints all of them.
right.
Um, bro, they are sick.
Yeah, no, they're fun.
And this is actually like his first figure, man. So he was in the tattoo game for a long time,
Right.
and kind of hung that up. You can follow some of his posts on, why he made the change, and he's really going all in as far as the toy making. He's had some posts on some of the processes that he does and share some of that. Um,
This guy's
uh,
fucking sick.
oh, bro, they're so good, bro. Like, look at those are hand painted.
Yeah.
He's got what I really dig about some of his content too, man, is he goes through some of the struggles that he was having with some of the like tolerance levels just in the joints of the figures and stuff. And I'm sure,
Right.
after hearing that, it's something that I personally didn't think about because I don't make things. But I think it's probably something that a lot of people who do make figures can relate to, especially if you're doing something Glyos or something like that, because it's similar. I don't want to say it's Glyos, but it's similar to that, where you have that kind of little bit of a knob style. Um, but it's cool, man. You see some fails from him, and then you see some successes, and you can hear it in his voice, man. When it works out, he's like, "Oh shit, it worked,"
Yeah.
And next thing you know, he's making these, bro. Those figures, um, they are so damn good, dude. Like straight up, man. They're
I can hear the
like I said,
baggie beside you, Esther.
bro, 4 inches tall. I think one of his posts said that he's been working on packaging and maybe carding some of these up. I thought he said that. Right now they're just coming in like little cellophane, like that. But this is the Spawn colorway,
Crisp. Damn,
bro.
that's crisp. That
And
looks nicer than the photos they're getting, like straight up.
dude, and the packaging,
Yeah.
like
No,
even
it
though it's
just looks sharp.
basic, dude, it just does such a good job of just showing off the figure like that. But god damn, dude.
Mm.
Um, So I'm going to open this up. Like I said, this is the Spawn colorway. When he posted this figure, he does have a little story about Spawn in there and how he was really into the comic books and whatnot. Um, but we will open this dude up. But yeah, the Unhinged Toys, man. If you're not following yet, go do that. He's been making quite a few of these. Like I said, all one-offs. Whew. Hand painted, dude. God dang.
Yeah, no, they definitely got like the thinning out and also like just the hand for it, dude. But yeah, that's great stuff.
Mm, yeah, god damn. Articulation, man, nice and tight.
Yeah, I can hear it even in a good
Yeah,
way. Like you know what I mean? That like the squeak in a good way, like the tension.
right. Yeah, and it's not falling, man. Like it's nice and tight in there. But goddamn, that is a clean ass figure right there. And like we showed, dude, all of them are super sick. This is actually a little bit UV reactive too. Let me see if we can see it. Probably not, just because it never shows up very well on camera. But oh god damn, it looks so good, dude. The pictures of this are gonna be off the hook. Yeah, of course you can't really see it on here, but oh man, dude, look at that. You can kind of see that. Whew. Sick. Um,
Not to mention when you mention like it's a Spawn colorway in your brain, it makes you wonder like, well, what's that look like? But then you see like the reds with the burgundies with the fucking
Yep.
green that his eyes would be in, like the fucking his blood and stuff. You're like, yeah, no, okay, you crushed that, dude. Like the more you turn it around and start seeing like the bits of white, the more and more it just screams Spawn. It's like, yeah, that's sharp.
Dude, super sharp. And all the ones that he's come out with, dude, especially that white one. That white one is so fresh, man. Super, super sick. But yeah, dude, Unhinged Toys, give him a follow. Sounds like he is on the warpath, man. He is doing a whole bunch of stuff. Or got a lot of stuff planned at least for this new year. It's something that he's going all in. And it's isn't that funny, dude? How many guys can we say came from tattoos or do tattoos? And for
Yeah.
whatever reason, dude, that seems to be like a little offshoot toys of the tattoo world. Even with Hurt Toys, dude. Going back to even when he had a tattoo shop a long time ago, he always had little figures in there, and it was just like a common thing. But
We were talking about that with Safubi the one day even. It's pretty popular to see like a Safubi piece or two in a shop, right? And I don't know where the crossover comes from, man. But it does make sense that a lot of these dudes like they come from a background of drawing and illustration as well. Like they've got a good eye for color.
yeah,
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 makes
exactly, man.
sense.
It does. And the time that it takes to do something like that, dude, like it is so fucking crisp. Um, even if you're masking that off, dude, like I think I would get so frustrated with the masking portion of that. But um, if it's not masked, even more to his skill. Um, but yeah, that's a dope one, man. Can't say enough about that one. That's a great figure. He does take custom orders. What I asked for was just to kind of see what he had in stock. And he did have a couple on hand. Um, and then this one came out. He said, "Well, I have a couple others that are going to come out." And so this is the one that I snagged. Um, but like you said, dude, even if the spawn totally makes sense, but even if you put this in front of somebody and you didn't make that spawn connection, you would just say, "God damn, that's a dope ass figure, man. Dope."
It's a dope
Mm.
ass figure, and admittedly, even as somebody who loves Spawn, I wouldn't have ever even thought of doing a Spawn paint tab, let alone.
Mm.
Again, it's those little specks of white that drive that the fuck home, and the crimson against the normal red. No masking,
No
free-handed it.
masking, straight up, man.
There
Fucking
you go,
Louis is a
man.
pimp, dude. Yeah, and you know what, man? It makes sense with the tattoos, right? Like if you're doing tattoos, obviously you have a steady hand. I am not that guy, man. So anytime I see stuff like that, no matter what scale it is, dude, like the fine line stuff is, um, dude, that's a skill in itself, right?
Well, no matter the
Besides
background, it's
designing
sick.
the whole fucking thing, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, dude, like regardless of background, like a brush is probably a lot different than a fucking tattoo gun. That it's beautiful
Oh,
work, man. The biggest thing I'm noticing, and like I don't mean to be like a wiener about it, is I love the fact that like they're thinning out the paints properly. That's probably like the number one flaw, and like in most beginning people who start painting figures, like the number one flaw, and I've seen like 1,000 times, and I'm sorry if that's like your style, but a lot of these homies are like, it won't stick to the plastic, so then I goop on more. And instead of understanding that it's actually like thinner is better, layering is where it's at, a lot of them will just start fucking hard gooping this like rubber acrylic paint all over this shit. And it looks messy and bad, man. So like not only are these tight, clean lines, but like their paints look mixed nicely.
yeah. Yeah, dude, and it's consistent with all his figures, right? Every one that we
Yeah,
looked at, you're like, God damn, that's fucking clean. And then the next one is just the same.
that's just like
Um,
I'm staring at this one, and like we've talked about it a couple times on the show when people come on. There's certain colors that are a pain in the ass to get strong, right? And you have to do layer after layer after layer. Yellow is one, orange is one. So like if you consider that figure maybe being like that maroony purple to start, if it wasn't gray, and then you imagine like getting all that orange in there without the brush strokes, without the clumpiness, without that chalky look. And we've also heard the dudes talk about the adhesion to certain resin materials that are being from the printers.
yeah,
So again, dude, there's a lot
dude,
of
that one
different
right
things
there.
coming.
That first one, the first post is just fucking, that's
This?
unreal, dude. I think when we first looked at that one, right, didn't we say bliss receptor? Like that's that
Yeah,
same palette that bliss receptor uses, which is actually fit right in, even though the style of figure is I don't want to say completely different, but the palette's there. But that figure right there, man, fucking A, that's one of the
that's
freshest things
sexy.
I've seen in a while. God damn,
Yep,
that's good.
that's
Mm,
really really sharp. Did a great job on the man.
yeah.
Did you scoop the one?
Yeah, just the one, man. It's I mean, shit, dude. There's other people out there. Marketeer Mike. He's a big 3.75 collector, man. I would recommend these to fucking anybody, bro. They are very very nice. So, um,
Duh. Look at
ah,
fuck boys on the ball here.
there you go, man. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if that was in the post or not, but yeah, I could definitely see that.
It works.
Yeah, it sure does. But yeah, dope pieces, man. Unhinged Toys. Go take a look at Louis' page there. There's a lot of content on there so far, and should be some
Damn.
really good shit
Eh,
coming from him.
So that's even more impressive in my opinion. Obviously, I didn't scroll and read enough, but they're resin casted then
Oh,
painted.
resin casted, then
So
painted.
it's like,
Mm.
fuck, dude, you're casting up some clean ass pieces, bro. We've heard, let's be real, dude, that like we've all heard how what a pain in the ass it is to learn how to make molds and cast bubbles,
Yeah, and that's
bubble
like
what?
doing the whole thing, dude. So it's like you got the figure design, and then the molding, the casting, the painting. The articulation. There's just so much involved there, and I mean, goddamn, dude, the final product is just so fucking clean, dude. It's crazy. It's a good one, man. I know that a lot of those other ones got swooped up already. So congrats to people who are swooping those up. But yeah, hit them up, man. Very, very, very worth every penny.
There you have it. Anything
There you
else
have it.
you want to show off today?
You know what I do? The last one is from Brilliant Demon, aka Micah.
Nice.
Um, yeah, Micah is. I did not really realize that Micah was even making things. And we were talking, and he was saying that he was making these. I wasn't familiar with these. Some of these are, I believe, they are like Happy Meal, kids meal toys from Wendy's in the early '90s, is what they were. But I thought it was cool. I did put in the post of the people that we were going to be looking at tonight that we have a really good variety of artists tonight. We got Louis, who we just showed from Unhinged Toys. That's coming out from a tattoo career into figure making. We saw Luke Mockridge. That wasn't even toys. Those were more pin badges. Um, what else did we look? Oh, the Zimico, the and Ocular Rhombus, and I think I put in the post of two people that are just nonstop making things, and then they collab, and look what you get along with Yuckamuck, and the electroplating, and so it's just they've both been doing it for years now, and then you have somebody like Micah who's making these, who's just kind of uh, feeling his way around, and just kind of getting the casting and molding process down and mixing colors and whatnot, and that's what we're going to take a look at. But
See, now
yeah,
you've
a
got me
good
scrolling through their page like a freaking fiend, trying to eyeball something that looks out of the ordinary.
on Micah's page.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a good variety of stuff, man. And it's crazy because, like, you have people that are all different angles coming at this, and it's still under the same umbrella of stuff that we look at. When typically some of the stuff, as artistically, maybe you wouldn't put it in the same category, but here we are. And it is. So, anyways, so these are a few pieces from Micah, and like I said, he's just getting started on molding and casting some of this stuff. I really like some of the color fades on here. I think, oh my yeah, dude, the UV on this, it's a damn shame, dude, that the UV does not show up on this.
Oh, it
Uh,
does.
yeah, a
But
little
you
bit,
moved
right?
you moved the UV light off it for a second. It was already like it's charged. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
can tell it had like I know it's not gonna do it justice, but you can tell that that thing is pumped.
yeah. I like that fade in there too, man.
Yeah, that's a fun
Orange paint.
piece, man.
Yeah, it is. And it was a lot bigger than what I thought it was going to be when he showed me pictures of it. But again, this is from a Wendy's kids meal, early 90s. Um, here's another one with some really cool color on
Oh,
it.
that guy's
But
always fun, dude. That one's a Burger King toy. It's from
okay.
oh, what is that? I remember Jirok did a couple like a year ago. Maybe no, probably fucking 5 years ago now. Oh, Weird Writers, damn.
Weird Writers. There you go.
Fun.
I even have that written down here too, man. Weird Writers. Yeah.
Look at
Damn.
him. He's just chiming in now. Dexter's Lab. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
that's
you
a
go.
fun one.
So Micah's partner Abaddon says, funny story. Micah was working with silicone and trying to make toys, and I was doing some resin work when we met and started dating. So we just joined hobbies. Very cool. How about that?
That's how B and I started doing the podcast too.
It is. It is identical. Look at that. I love that the marbling there, the color swirl
No, it's
on that. That's
great, dude. It's actually
yeah,
great as fuck. That
nice.
red against the purple. I think we've said it a few times. Red and purple is underrated. It just we don't see it too often, but when they hit, they hit.
Yeah. I agree. And then here's another one kind of showing off just what you were talking about there. Look at that.
That's like Northern Lights shit going on.
Yeah, love that shit right there. Very nice.
Some steamed ham, Aurora Borealis.
Did you say steamed ham?
Yeah, someone's gonna get it in the chat. Somebody, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Sorry,
I know.
man. But yeah, steamed ham. It's a family recipe.
All right. Very nice.
It's
Cool.
beautiful.
But yeah, man, I mean, fucking A.
That dude's
These
still
and
popping.
I bet they still have yeah, dude. This one really cool UV on this one too. Anyways, the pictures are going to look really cool on these, I think, because the UV is going to be off the hook. But cool. Good job, Micah. Bam. Bam. Chunky
No,
pieces too.
Pope, are you screaming Skinner because that was a Skinner piece that was shown last? Because that's hilarious to me if it is.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Um, but yeah, man, that's the UV, dude. Micah's got a really cool collection too, dude. Micah's very specific about the glow blanks, and some of his videos and walkthroughs of his collection is really super cool too. Um, of the kind of glow blank world that he's collecting there, amongst other things. But the glow blank, he's really got that corner of the market nailed, pretty much.
No, that green, dude, it was still fucking just popping. Glow
Yeah,
for
it was
life.
cool.
There it is.
Yeah, it's good, man. They're bright for sure, but the color palette on all of them too is good. And I think that's one thing that I'm always impressed with, no matter who doing it, dude. And like the more colors, like on some of these, he's got what, one, two, three, four, 3 to 4 colors, and getting it to where it's not over stirred. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or over mixed, I should say too. Um, because then it just kind of starts to all run together. But when you get a bunch of colors in there, you can see them kind of morph together. It's very cool.
Yeah, see, Mecha Ducky gets it. That's that piece, dude. It was screaming that. It was screaming Aurora Borealis, and it was localized right there in your hand.
There you go. There you
At
go.
this time of year, too.
This
Sorry, man. Fuck. No, it's always nice to see. And honestly, the fact it wasn't all mudded up. I think with marbling, what's so cool about it, we've heard so many different ways when people come in and talk about how they do their marbling. And then on top of that, we've seen like hard gradients. Oh man, who was it today? Even actually, they posted something where I was like, "Fuck yeah, I love hard gradients like that." I want to say it was DMNT figure. Does that make any sense? But they had done a run of Mimps. Tiny little brain here. Let's see if we can get it. DMT minifigures. Check this freaking hard gradient out. Because I know we talk often about marbling and we talk about like pores, but these hard fucking gradients are so sick.
oh,
You just know that he had to basically like pour into the shoulders, tilt this guy on like a 45 to get it all into the one arm, and then tilt it the other way after that cure to pour in the other arm, and then that's going to give you like your triangle to then put it straight up to pour that blue, then the pink, then the orange. Just fucking mm, mm.
And what artist is this that we're looking at?
DMT minifigures. So they decided to
Oh,
do in their run of Mimps, they put all 5 colors that Mimps come in one Mimp figure.
gotcha.
It's a
That's
nice
cool.
little, I don't know. But again, that
Yeah.
hard gradient, like, because I don't know what's more cool. Even when we see some of the overpours, it's funny how some of the Trash Joy Studios overpours can be some of like the dopest ones. General Porpoise has some insane overpours, right? These guys will be like, oh, it's just from a dump mold. I mean, well, the dump mold will have like LM9 dump mold ones.
Bro, I was just gonna say, here's a cool Trash Joy one. That one sits behind me every now and then.
Fuck, dude.
But you know what I mean? That's fucking, and I love that look, dude. Just the randomness of it. You're right, dude. The LM9 one that I have, which is
That's a
up over in
sexy
the
one,
area,
dude.
that's a dope one too. But yeah, that's Trash Joy, dude. Trash Joy, like you said, God, dude, wouldn't you say the majority of his stuff is? Well, I don't really know numbers, but it feels like a lot of his stuff is dump molds to get that look. Um, but shit, here's another one right here, dude. How about this one? We looked at this a couple weeks ago, but this is the double Vader. And
Like
I
about
don't
the
think that's
leg.
really dump mode. Yeah, but that's such a fucking cool
So
one.
with them too, they don't have a pressure pot. So like a lot of the times, let's say they're doing a 2 part, it's going to be sitting out. I always call it the Subway sandwich method because you're going to have basically the 2 parts of the mold out like this, and
Yeah.
it's going to be like sprinkling toppings on it essentially, a little ketchup, little mustard, little relish, and with that cure, then you add a little bit more, and with that cure, and you're trying to basically create as little negative space as possible, and you're trying to basically get in all like the like negative areas where you might get a bubble, like hands, fingers, toes, and you're basically just like doing that before you can actually put them together, put the elastic bands around them, pour down to the main pore sprues, and then that's going to fill up the center area typically. And I think they normally do that way. And then when they're not doing that, like I bet you like that head one they have would be a cup mold. So basically, like knowing they don't have a pressure pot, it was easier for them to use it like a dump mold and just do it in layers upon layers upon layers. Because
Mm.
otherwise, like you're gonna get it in that chin. You probably would have gotten it around like the underside of the eye. Any undercuts, like typically where you're gonna get those bubbles, right? So being able to just do it in like those staggered layers helps you be able to actually avoid bubbles in those spots. So, ingenuity, right?
Ingenuity.
I mean, you don't want to be
Uh,
like Pope Toys and his fucking bicycle pump pressure pot they were rocking back in the day.
Dude, you know what's funny is when I had posted those primary wardens the other day, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about his interview. Then I was like, God, dude, remember that pressure pot that he was using, or that fucking package bomb, or whatever the fuck that thing was? That thing was a trip, man. But it worked. You talk about ingenuity and just kind of making it work.
I love it
Um,
when they were showing that. Even Zimico in the chat was like, because Pope kept saying, nobody do this, nobody do this. Zimico in the chat, please, nobody do this.
he's using a pressure cooker now. And speaking of ingenuity, Abaddon 40, I'm going to point this out, was saying that the glow powder is the best they found. Um, the bigger grains grow stronger. There was one. Oh, the glow powder is the best we found. It's from Techno Glow. I have some ordered from Snailworks. That's a nail art company that may be brighter. So that's one I haven't heard. Is a nail art company. But yeah, that's big business, for sure.
I've actually heard nail stuff being crossed over a couple of times. I know somebody uses the clear coat that's used for fake nails. I know Pope Toys is experimenting with the nail stamps right now, which is really fucking cool on some of their figures on some of the more smooth areas. Interesting.
Yeah, man. It's, you know what? My daughter's roommate in college does nails on the side,
Yeah.
and that no bullshit, bro. There's some straight up artistry going on. There is
100%.
little stickers and stuff, but there is also very fine line, minute art going on, and some of
Oh
this,
yeah.
it's like the whole nail world, bro. It's fucking, that's insane, man. And what people pay for them, it's like. They're not even tripping, dude. It's nuts. Candle
I
making
am with
supply
you.
companies that have different colored glow powder than Techno Glow. Nice. That's another one, dude.
Do
Candle making
you,
companies.
only because we were just talking about nail stuff, do you remember when Hanno Doom ended up doing these freaking things? The fake nails that you could fill with sand and then cork.
I don't remember those, dude. Was that a long time ago?
This is 2024. But yeah, these are actually resin casted little fucking nail pieces that they can
That's
then
funny,
fill.
dude.
They actually had a really dope project where at one point they were taking commissions where you could send them a picture of your pet and they would design your pet into one of these sand filling things.
That's really cool right there, man. I remember seeing the
Right.
sand um when they first started doing that. But yeah, dude, that's fucking cool.
Yeah. What a talented artist, man.
Dude, and you know what? You see some of their exhibits at some of these other places, and you're just like, fuck, man, that's some other level shit right there, you know?
Well, and we've talked about this before, they make almost everything that they're using. Like, so the fact that I was even telling you the one time, it'll never stop being impressive to me, but like they did that one show and all the nails and screws they had molded and casted and used their own nails and screws to hang the pieces in their show. And they had actually made like the plastic circuit box and wired the circuitry into it to then actually have like their LED signs. And it's like, fuck, dude, multimedia artist to the extreme for sure.
And a professor of the arts, I believe as well, correct?
Believe you're right, but I feel weird even chiming in on that because I'm not 1,000%. But yeah, some kind of they're in some profession of education and art. I believe you are correct.
Yeah, there you go. An art educator, I think is
Yeah.
safe to say.
But we might even. I feel like we might be underplaying it, and so I don't want to be rude.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right, dude. You're probably right for sure. But super talented nonetheless. So,
All
um,
this said, it is 10:42. We're out of tabs for the night. We could talk toys forever. But did you anything else you want to get off your chest before we let these yahoos get on with their night?
oh God, I don't think so, man. We'll
Hey,
be back again strong next week, dude. I'm not sure what's going on next week, but we've got a couple appointments to schedule with some folks, so that'll be fun. And I don't know, man. Glad to be back at it, dude. Happy New Year again, man. Thanks for everybody for chiming in tonight. This is a good crowd. Good chat
ah,
tonight.
always, dude. You guys fucking slay it. I even like looking back on doing the editing, dude. It's so fun to me. The amount of times that you're seeing in the chat, just the camaraderie and the actual love, the people just fucking having a good time. That's yeah, we're lucky.
Straight up, man. And I'll say it one more time, man. The variety of stuff that we had, different types of artists that we had on tonight, and the fact that it's all kind of under the same umbrella, and we're talking about it all on one show, I think is pretty cool because I think it really does cover a lot of different places and a lot of different areas. We talked about electroplating, we talked about original sculpt, original characters, we talked about fine line painting, we talked about dump molds, we talked about glow, UV, people doing it just to start doing it, people that have been doing it for a long time, people that are just getting into it. Um, it takes a whole bunch of different styles and people to make up what this is. But man, that's exactly what we talked about tonight, man. That was a good one to kick off the year.
I didn't even hear you rhyme off sexual innuendos, jazz withered mom jokes.
Mm,
Come on,
mm.
you missed a few. We were trying.
Jazz Wizzy, the old Jazz Wizzy. All right, dudes. Thank you
Let's
everybody for tuning in tonight. That was a good one.
see you all next week.